Ah! It unreadied me. Ooh, so rivers. We got Shang. So it's a 3v3. And we have one river. Oh, look at this map, guys. I love this variant. I love this variant of the map. So we have rivers and we have a little private sea at the edge here. And look at that. It's just little, these weird dark puddles. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The puddles are like strangely discolored. It looks like a Dalmatian, you know? Like a leopard. The sea leopard, if you will. And then, so essentially, we have Ho-Ho with the Shang pieces, who we will be spectating. We have Junis with Greek as his pocket ally, and we have Royal MV or VMH as Sumerian. Then over here we have Bud's Empire with Yamato in the purple. We have Casey with Yamato in the blue, and then finally we have Vertex with Center Macedonian. So these are our players. The river won't play a factor. I think everyone will be painting on this side. Yeah, I mean, there are too many crossings at this point. You see one crossing, two crossings, three crossings. Only three crossings. So, you know, there's a chance for everyone to catch it. I mean, if red plays defensively, it would be nice, but it's just interesting how this map looks. I love the aesthetic. It's just that because it's impossible to wall, it's not going to really be an option, you know? It just takes too long, and, you know, sneak vills are just way too easy to get across. Like, Ho-Ho's already got a vill across this. It's interesting that there's just the one river. That's kind of a rare variant of gameplay here. Let's try this. It's a rare variant of gameplay to get the one crossing. We'll see, though. Nice granary by Vertex. He's got a map. Two gazelle patches up here. Is anyone here as old as the game? I mean the original one? What do you mean as old as? Like as young as? Do you mean? Or like played the original? Oof. I played the original when I was 5 years old. Ho-Ho has already spotted that he's up against Casey with the Yamato, so you know the Scout Rush is coming. Yeah, you know this is going to be Scouts. Baltoon, are you going to play in it? You should. You should play in the U22 qual. Under 22, I think, I guess, is it? I thought it'd be like under 18. Under 20, 22 is like pretty old, I feel, to play a game competitively. That, like, in my mind, that's where players are going to be the best, right? You know, if players are being properly trained from like a young age, 22 is like when they would peak. And then as you get older, you know, your reflexes start to slow down a bit. Let's see, Ho-Ho here with a nice pit. I like that pit. Why have they made them separate? Yeah, they separated all the qualifiers. I don't really get that, but you know, it's a choice. So the Yamato Vills here are going to be really powerful. Able to escape all the death and punishment here, and he's going to be able to go pretty deep with these Vills. He's actually going to sack one? I don't know if that was intentional, but that Vill's now on the run. Oh, when that stable, that barracks is going down right in front of Ho-Ho's. He might spot that. He might spot this. This could be close enough. No, he's not. Oh, he's gonna see it now. Ooh, well, okay, so this is big. He could potentially shut down the stable that I'm sure Casey wanted to paint. He will get the first hit, but again, keep on. Hate it. The zooming hurts your eyes. It's almost too big, you know what I mean? I wish there was like I wish there was a middle ground, because the image is so clear here. You know what I mean? But if we go to X1, it just instantly, we can zoom into the same spot and now it's just blurry. You know what I mean? That's all we've accomplished. Here we are. That's more like it. Increase the resolution. Yeah, let me just... You can't increase the resolution in game. Like, you hit the max, you hit the max. I'm always playing it. I always play at the max resolution. So let's see here. What will his defense be? It's going to be Axers. He's already got the clubs on standby, ready to attack this building. Did anything come out? One clubber has made it north. It's now an Axer with armor for Casey, so he's going to get on top of Junis with just one unit, actually. Yeah, 1.5 zoom would be ideal. I also requested it. Because this is too far out. And then it's like right here. This, or here. Here. This is where we want it at all times. But it's starting to get blurry, you know, the quality. How can Clearman play with that zoom? Just he's used to it. I've played a couple games like that, trying to get better, and it's hard. These Axers are going to have a big impact now that it's 2 with the upgrades. Man, Junis had a really bad map. Look at the lack of wood everywhere. It was terrifying. Yeah, honestly, it should be better for viewers. But, I mean, you can't please everyone, right? If I do one or the other, people always ask, hey, you have to do it this way, it hurts my eyes. Or, you have to do it this way, it hurts my eyes. Like, it goes both ways. Some people prefer it one way, some people prefer the other way. Well, on Facebook, yeah, if you're streaming on Facebook, it has a much lower quality, so if you're out here, it gets just too blurry to tell what's going on, I think. Ooh. Orange is getting wrecked as well. Now, keep in mind, he does have Sumerian Vills, so it's actually not going to be too big a deal. Blood's Empire's rush here isn't going to be too strong. And these Vills will get spotted and killed. Meanwhile, Ho-Ho holding his own here. Has he launched a counter-offensive? Indeed he has, and he is on top of Blue Zico now. So, big issue for Blue to deal with this. He's going to have to find a way to clean up this mess, because keep in mind, he just has the one barracks out here, trying to apply pressure on the map, but this is making a lot of space for Vertex, who is now on his way up to bronze, assumingly. We assume he is, at least, and has the first stable out. I'm sure a second one is going to be quick to follow. Junis on his way up to bronze as well with his stable, and here come a lot of scouts. Now, has he overchopped here? Not quite, but it's close. He needs to be very, very cautious here, as the scouts are in pursuit of all vills, anything they can get their hands on. What is Junis going to do here? Now his stable under some pressure as well. This is a lot of pain for Junis. Meanwhile, Ho-Ho forcing a full migration from Casey. And he will spot all these vills going across, so that's a lot of vills on a migration. And he's going to walk right into Axers, so Casey's basically dead here. He's got 3 vills defensively, 3 vills back at home. But Vertex will soon be at iron, or bronze, rather, iron, could you imagine? But he's doing gold somewhere. Where's his gold? Here it is. He's doing gold down here, and he will be getting a nice cav push coming quite soon. We're nearing 14 minutes, so the bronze should be coming in pretty soon, assuming he had a decent time. That being said, economically, Vertex is up to 34 vills. He has a dock with the fishing income, so he's going to be farther ahead than anyone else. This is open here on the right, and it's going to be open on the left until he gets to, like, there. There it is. He still has another 3 tiles to close off the right side. And here's the stable, and the cavalry are soon to follow. Ho-Ho on the flank here, in some trouble with these cav and the mix. And all these vills from Casey, just kind of exploring. He's sacking a lot of it, and the slinger in position outside the wall will be enough there to kill a lot of the gold miners of Junis. Junis needs to get on top of that and save his gold miners. He's in some trouble now. He's in some real trouble. Ho-Ho's pressure hasn't yet gotten to Vertex, which is a big problem because Junis has gotten double rushed. Now, on the other side of the map, though, we have a full slinger push coming in from Orange. And keep in mind, with this slinger push, he's going to be able to get the Vertex's eco, which doesn't have wheel yet. And Vertex, because he's going for so many cav, and no upgrades, so he must be doing wheel now. With this in mind, he's got no defensive army, right? So now he has wheel. So I guess the slings are just a bit too late here. And Purple can just run. He's been safe at home this whole time because Orange just now coming across. I mean, he's going straight left. He has no idea where to go. And Judas is just in so much trouble. Ho-Ho's Axer's here to help defend. The cavalry dealing with some of Casey's army, but not all of it. Casey will survive with a bit. Difficult position for Ho-Ho now is that red is just all over him with these 5 units. No armor, so he could potentially fight it with Axers, but it's going to be tough. And here comes Casey, kind of to enforce this double. Ho-Ho desperately needs to wall a bit more. He will do so. Yeah, it did, right?
Get out.
Junis is just so far behind now. I don't see him catching up. And, you know, Vertex with this dock is going to be so comfortable. Orange Slinger's now finding Purple's base, but it just seems too late. Yeah, Ho-Ho's asking for help, and he's just certainly not going to get any. And here comes the pressure onto that wall tile. Ho-Ho. Oh, actually getting the snipe on the first workshop unit. We'll save Ho-Ho for a little bit. Oh, is there a hole here? A lot of pressure here. The sling should be able to hold this. You can use his Vil to repair. Yeah, there he goes. The deletion of the TC by... Oh, I see. So Ho is trying to reboom here. You know, a dock out here would be so valuable. There's so many fish in this river. So many fish. I'm surprised he hasn't done that yet. This cav count is the problem, though. I think Vertex is just too solid right now. I'm not seeing a way for the other team to really get on top of him. There are some slings here, but like, what's that going to do? He got on top of the gold, but you know, with wheel he just runs. He can delete this and send all of his cav back, clean that up, and then basically a free game. River control could be an interesting fight. Vertex's war galley's getting caught out. Another stone thrower is out here, but it will get picked off. Oh, not losing too much right now. He's probably feeling a little bit better right now because all the cav are back at Vertex's base. But here they come on the warpath once again. They're going to come forward. I don't know where they're going to go. Maybe to Junis, who does have better upgrades. But keep in mind, the economy of Vertex had been, until this moment, relatively untouched. And now he's got a new pit, fresh eco. Only 39 Vils, though. Not really doing a great job booming. And now Ho-Ho's turn to boom a bit. He's doing some fishing boats in the middle here. And now running his entire economy to Blue's old land, who is none the wiser of this development. Right? So this is a big deal here. If Ho-Ho can actually get to bronze comfortably, a dock over here would be just so important. Here's one, but Not quite as deep as you want it to be. Like right here and right here are just critical dock spots in the Bronze Age. Those fishing ships could have massive impact. Whereas like Vertex's dock is starting to lose a bit of impact. That's why he had to redock, and now he's got a standoff on the water. And where's his Cav army going? He is running around and scouring the map for any vills, and he's not going to find any. Nothing to find here. But he's going to make his way towards Junis, and that's going to be a pretty big deal. But Junis seems to be on the case here. Now, Vertex doesn't have armor, so... Oh, and what a good snipe here. Junis, somehow, against the plus vision of Vertex, was able to spot this out and not lose units. Oh, he's idling 3 cav, though. Keep in mind, Vertex doesn't have armor, so this combat is going to go in his favor if he chooses to fight it. And Vertex has been fighting for a while, and these are a lot of fresh cav here for Junis, and now, on his way to bronze. Could this game potentially go somewhere else? I'm not sure. I'm thinking that there's a chance here. Ooh, this catapult shot. It's gonna do a little bit of damage. Not too much. Keep in mind, still no armor for Vertex, but he does have +4 attack. I think at some point you have to get the armor upgrade. His units are still losing this trade. Oh, look at that. And +4 armor for Junis, so really well played here. He's just gonna dominate in the fight here. Ooh, gotta watch that stone thrower, though. Vertex microing it pretty nicely. Will actually keep 3 of his units alive. Still, now he has the armor upgrade, so these are now really effective stuff. Ooh, Junis still no wheel, though. This is really up to Ho-Ho to win this game at this point. I'm not seeing Orange having a huge impact, although he's now up to bronze with 2 TCs. He's got the government center, so looking to boom up a bit. He's done some slinger damage, but Purple's back on his eco, so we could be seeing Purple going to bronze as well with that range maybe being the indicator that he's clicked. Now, Orange has taken control of the river. If he can push Vertex off all of his fish, that could have a massive long-lasting effect, because if Ho-Ho can stay on the water for the rest of the game, he'll be in a great position. Now, looking at this, Casey rebuilding in the middle of the map, that's really sad for him. He's actually probably the weakest player in this game right now. Other than that, though, Junis is in some trouble. I mean, just the sheer number of units here that Vertex has had to deal with this. Now, there's the bronze, and this is where the game could change. So, here's the thing, is Vertex might be thinking he's safe here, but maybe he hasn't paid attention to what's been going on recently, and that's that Vertex... Oh, wow, look at that! Oh, he's got a ton of bowmen here! Just so many bowmen, and he's right on top of a lot of Vertex's economy, and I don't even know if he's noticed he has, but does... Oh, Ho-Ho doesn't have armor, so these wheel vills will dominate. He's clicked it now, but it's a bit too late. He can't really do anything else than shoot, but, I mean, trading 2 for 2 there, and now able to keep hunting down these vills. The farmers of Bud's Empire in some problems, in some trouble, and look at the sheer range pump as soon as Ho-Ho gets to bronze. As soon as he finishes the wheel, it's just going to be so many CA, and that's going to be a new problem for Vertex to deal with. Could they have called GG a bit? Could we have potentially called GG a bit too soon? I think now that Ho-Ho is in such a solid position, I'm not seeing a proper response here. I mean, the 2 players both scout rushed and they sacked themselves for this, and Vertex wasn't able to get the damage done, never getting armor on his cab, losing a critical fight here. And now the economy of Junis, which has been so weak all game, has just... 27 vills, and he's winning fights, and that's now because Ho-Ho is in the mix. He's on top of this game here. Vertex has to run. He can't afford to finish that wall, but it will be enough to delay the push here. But look at the positioning of these ranges. This is massive. This is absolutely massive, and here's the first pump here. 7 fresh chariots ready to join the fight, and there's just no response on the board right now for Vertex and his 2 teammates, who are still, by the way, both in the Tool Age. Neither one has hit bronze yet. I thought seeing this range was the indicator. We do see some gold, so maybe Yamato going for some compies. I don't like the idea of going cav at this point. I think compies are the choice, but we'll see. I mean, both Mace and Yamato could go compies, so that is an option at this stage. Defensively, they're just better. And look at that, Orange actually able to take away a lot of the water control of Vertex. If he's able to stop all this fishing, that's basically going to be the GG. I'm not seeing a response here that could be a proper one to get victory. I mean, this is difficult. It's difficult. Vertex forced to run with a lot of his eco. He probably thought he was in the winning position this whole game, and honestly, he kind of was. But Ho-Ho played this masterfully in terms of avoiding the damage of the rush and killing all of Casey. I mean, Casey really has to rebuild quite slowly here. He's got a lot of work to do in terms of surviving, and Ho-Ho now hiding in this little corner, Casey's old base, has found all the fish, and GG is called. And look at that. Really well played. Really, really well played. Even though two players there, blue and purple, really had a strong rush. I simply thought that because because Vertex had the only fish income, because he had all the power, how did they live there? I think that's the biggest question. How did Vertex not close that game out? I mean, maybe the workshop was a bit bold. Like, that's a big investment, and it didn't quite have the impact. When he had the units here, he ended up chasing the Cav instead of chasing Brownsville. Wow. Fantastic game. This wasn't that good of a map for Orange.